Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Sam. Hope all of you are doing pretty great today. I want to talk about the Apple Watch Series 5 because I feel like the Apple Watch just doesn't get enough representation here on YouTube. I mean, obviously people care more about the iPhone because more people own iPhones than Apple Watches, but the Apple Watch has actually been selling like crazy, and I want to tell you guys today everything we know about the Apple Watch Series 5 so far. Expected to come out in September of 2019. We don't know a ton, but we have some key details that I think you'll find interesting. So if you're excited for this video, drop a like down below. Seriously helps me out as always, and hit subscribe so you stay up to date on all future Apple Watch rumors. Let's go ahead and get started. So there's no question that last year in 2018, that was the big Apple Watch upgrade. Without question, the biggest upgrade to the Apple Watch since it was introduced in 2015. So there's pretty much zero chance that we're going to get that giant redesign in 2019. This is going to be more of an S year where we just see some small upgrades across the board. And that's exactly what Apple is currently planning. So first up with the screen, there's actually nothing changing here, but according to Reuters, I don't know how to say the name. All that matters is that they have a good track record, and they say that Japan Display will be manufacturing the Apple Watch OLED screen in 2019. Now, generally this isn't news. I don't really care about this kind of stuff, but in the future, as in probably 2020 and beyond, or as soon as 2020, Apple may switch to sort of the next gen screen technology, which is micro LED. Some benefits of micro LED technology include being a lot more power efficient, offering the same black levels and contrast as OLED screens, and also being cheaper to produce over time. So it makes sense why Apple is moving to this. So it's going to be better screen tech, but Apple doesn't plan to switch to that, at least as of right now, for the Apple Watch Series 5. It's just going to be the really good, high-quality OLED screen that we've gotten on Apple Watches for a while now. Now, I want to talk about the first real upgrade for the Apple Watch Series 5, and that is going to be solid-state buttons. We actually thought this was going to be on the Apple Watch Series 4 because Fast Company published the report last summer. Turns out it's probably going to be for the 5 or the 6, but I would say more likely for the 5. It's where the buttons aren't actually going to move. If you've ever owned like an iPhone 7, or I was going to say 7S, or an iPhone 8, you know that when you push the home button, the button itself doesn't actually go in. You just feel a vibration when you interact with it, and that's exactly what Apple is going to bring to the Apple Watch buttons, like the digital crown and the side button. So rather than you pressing on the digital crown and it physically going inside the device, like I can look at this and see it goes in a little bit, same with the side button, it's all going to be touch capacitive. So you're going to feel a vibration through the taptic motor like you're pressing it, but it's not going to move. You know, why is this a benefit? Why would you ever want this? Well, number one, I think it feels cooler. But number two, the more realistic reason is that less moving parts means that something is less likely to break. With physically moving buttons, my digital crown could get something behind it and it could just get stuck one day. Same with the side button. But those are actually only 2 of 4 possible advantages for solid state technology. According to Fast Company's source here, the addition of solid state buttons is not only going to free up room on the inside of the device for the potential of a bigger battery, which would be dope. I'm still waiting for the day when I can not have to charge my watch for 2 or 3 days at a time, rather than usually every night or every day and a half. But the solid state buttons are also going to make this more waterproof, or in general more water resistant. The water wouldn't have anywhere to go if the button didn't move. So this could actually be pretty good for the Apple Watch. All of these features definitely sound like S upgrades, and they could be pretty cool. Like if you have a 3 and you've been looking at the 4, if that sounds cool to you, possibly bigger battery, possibly better waterproofing, vibration instead of the button physically moving in, you should probably wait for this watch coming in September. Another reason you might want to wait for the Apple Watch Series 5 is if you're looking for the Apple Watch Edition on Apple's website. Now, you guys have to remember, Apple introduced the Apple Watch Edition, the like 12 to 14 karat gold Apple Watch, back in 2015 with the initial Apple Watch, and it kind of like failed. I don't think that many people bought it. Not that many people wanted to flex with a gold Apple Watch. So Apple sort of refined it the next year. They introduced, I think, ceramic, and then they kept that for the 3, but they took it away with the 4. There is absolutely no Apple Watch Edition on the Apple Watch Series 4. But Apple actually may have changed their mind this year, because according to very well-respected Apple analyst Min-Chi Kuo, who is well connected on the supply chain side of things over East, he says that the ceramic option will be coming back. So this could indicate that the addition of the Apple Watch is returning. I believe right now you just have the stainless steel and then aluminum, which has definitely simplified things, but for people who want to beef up what? For people that want to flex, or they just want a ceramic Apple Watch, that could be coming back. If you like that material on a previous Apple Watch, it may be returning for the Apple Watch Series 5, and you should buy it. So those are the rumors that I feel pretty confident about for the Apple Watch Series 5, but of course, Apple's not just thinking a half of a year in advance or 1 year in advance. They are doing some other work as well that could be pretty crazy. One of them could change healthcare forever, which is non-invasive glucose monitoring. I found out today, according to a CNBC article, this was actually something that Steve Jobs envisioned and sort of low-key commissioned before he passed away. And it's a pretty crazy idea, right? You would be able to measure someone's blood sugar, which right now you have to pretty much break the skin to measure a droplet of blood if you're diabetic, and you need to test your blood frequently. It's very invasive because you have to prick your finger. Very annoying. Probably not the best thing for you to just constantly make yourself bleed to make sure you're okay. And this Apple team is working on something that could be able to use the Apple Watch. Probably not the 5, but maybe the 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't know if they've had any success with this yet, but they have some top people working on being able to like put your watch on and know what your blood sugar is. That would be totally ridiculous, but it totally makes sense for Apple. If you look at what they've been doing, pretty much every product they've released, they're just adding more and more health features. The ECG feature on the Apple Watch just recently expanded to new countries outside of the US, and it's clear they want people to be healthy. I mean, that's a big selling point of this product, is it's not just a watch for text, and it's not just a fitness watch. It's sort of the blending of both that syncs with your phone, and you can stay healthy and stay on top of daily tasks at the same time. So again, this is not something that is coming next year, or probably even the year after, or the year after, or the year after, but it's something that Apple's working on, and definitely something that I hope Apple makes a breakthrough with and figures out how to include in a future Apple Watch. One other thing that, again, I don't think is coming to the Apple Watch Series 5, but possibly could be if something has changed since this article was published. Apple Insider found that Apple is working on a modular link ban, or at least they applied for a patent for it, where you'd be able to have these different links, and basically you could have battery links to expand the battery life of your Apple Watch. You could also have biometric links. You could also have a couple of others. Let me see. You've got solar cells, so you could like charge your Apple Watch with a solar cell on your wrist. This sounds really cool. It sounds totally futuristic, but I don't think it's coming soon. And it's so easy to see this and say, oh, well, it's coming on the next Apple Watch. But I'm telling you guys right now, it's probably not. So don't get excited. It's not allowed. No fun is allowed during the rumor cycle because it only leads to sadness. I'm gonna be honest, that kind of hit home for myself right there, but I did want to give you guys all these latest rumors as always, and I hope you found it useful or informative. I hope it helped your buying decision of the Apple Watch in some manner. If you enjoyed it, as always, drop a like down below. It seriously helps me out, and hit subscribe so you stay up to date on all of the latest Apple news. I've been Sam, and I'll catch you all in my next video.